some tests written down. Female psychology, female tests. And this group here, wow. These are some really escalated tests. Should we just like start at the most severe things and work our way back? All right, who is in this group? Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, I'm moving out. I can find someone better. Why don't you just Wow. You know, that's a test that's like just before you have the test of coming home and finding her in bed with your best friend. To see how you're going to handle that. You're going to handle that? I'm moving out. Like, that's a really advanced test. That means there were a lot of opportunities to manage her way earlier on. And you got to start this stuff immediately. Any girl that you're talking to at all, you are stabilizing, managing, and training to be your girl. And I know that sounds a little demeaning and demoralized, training. But we all train people how we want to be treated. So let's look at some tests that were leading up to those. Those are really, like, okay, well, you guys have some flirting with other men in front of you. I'm a very flirty, social person. Some of you have been out with me, you may have noticed. And this is always a challenge for me, like trying to show that I'm loyal to a guy and not be disrespectful and disregarding. So how can you tell? What's the difference?
Touch.
How much she's touching him and those kinds of things. How about the health of your relationship going in?
Yeah.
How about how you feel with regard to her loyalty to you? See, I always want to bring everything back to what you actually have power over as men. Instead of projecting out to how do you control her. This is how do you manage yourself so that she's choosing to be under your authority. Respect your authority. Submit, surrender. Be willing to be taken by you, influenced by you, respecting, deferring to your judgment. I'll have guys say, why would I even want that? Guy at the T-Mobile store is helping me with my phone and we're chatting it up and the one guy realizes who I am. Oh, you're that. Oh, I saw your videos. I just want to fix my phone. So I got to talk to him about that stuff. Girls just want money. That's what they want. I'm like, wow, dude, why are you so angry about that? So I'm like, he's like, the other guy that's helping me is like, I don't want to have like influence over her. I don't want to lead her. I go, well, good luck with that. You will not be in a relationship much longer. Or an unhappy one very soon. It's just not how it works. You can't defer and defer and defer to her and expect to be treated well. See, we're not mind readers. We don't know what y'all want unless you know what you want and you communicate that. So, her female testing is to check in on that. To see, do you know where you stand on this? So that I know where I'm supposed to stand on this. So that the flirting and being social can be very innocent and fun and wonderful, or it can be just taken as a horrible threat to you. And if it's being taken as this, everything in you is tightening up about it, I think you need to go back to your 1, 2, 3 or female management and see where you're having a deficit and how you're showing up in her life. It's all within your power, guys. Okay, so her test. When are you coming home? Demanding to know your schedule, demanding to know your whereabouts and where you're going to be. And what does it say? What in an unpleasant way? Say what? Like that? Okay. Saying I don't care. Saying maybe. Yeah, women are always going to play that indirect. Just letting things roll off of them to see if you're going to insist that they be more clear and direct, or if you're going to provide that clarity for them. That's all she's asking for there. And when are you coming home? She's asking for her status with you. Women decide who they're going to have sex with but men determine the status of her value in their life, your relationship status. So she's always checking. So I saw on the back here it says, the DTR, define the relationship questions. We're always pushing for our status, especially in a culture where the payoff for a good girl is marriage. The status symbol is sanctioned sex. If you're having sex and hanging out with a guy and being affectionate with a guy that isn't upping your value in his life and showcasing that to the world, you start to feel like a little useless whore. You start to just feel diminished and disrespected. And this doesn't make that right, but it's just how our culture currently is set up. So just know that. Women are always pushing for their status. What they're really doing is pushing for depth, and they'll take tokens instead. They want you to be fully engaged with them, stabilizing them, showing up with really high quality, undivided attention in their world. But they'll take tokens if you don't provide that, which means that you're just always pushing for their status, the stuff, the ring, the baby, the dog, the apartment together, the moving in, can I have a key to your apartment, they're always going to be pushing for stuff because they don't know they're craving depth. It's not like women are running around the world like they act like they know all this. Like you guys are the ones that have it all wrong, but they don't know really much more or even less about this than you do. Do you realize that? Who in here thought women knew more about this stuff than men? Yeah, everybody in here used to think that. Look, even if a woman, like I know this stuff, I've studied it back and forth, I'm respected among men in this industry, but I'm still a girl. At the end of the day, I'm still an emotionally scattily-wampus all over the place girl that needs energy, masculine energy to ground and center and stabilize and keep me on track,
If you hang out with Michelle enough, you'll definitely see it.
Yes, you will. I will give you opportunities to show up for me in that way, for sure. So I do it, and I know the stuff. I'm the girl that sees the matrix. But I'm still in need of this, which means that even though I know something, or she may know something, and you may be like this was the most rational girl ever. I went to a high school thing, and a couple of my guy friends from high school were like, you were the most rational 15-year-old girl ever. I had a lot of guy friends because they liked that about me. I was one of the dudes then. So when I'd act like a girl, they'd be like, we don't know what to do with this. Look, she may know this stuff, but since she's an emotional creature, that's going to cloud her judgment. It's going to cloud her ability to think clearly, to be in her right mind, and to be a good partner to you. This is part of protecting and providing a big part, is stabilizing her. So, these tests are all opportunities. Let's see if we can, questions of loyalty, emotional outbursts, yeah. All of that is pressing for her status. Why? Because you're in charge of it.